says you can try me an unwritten law. Show me you cannot show me, and you're a judge. You claim you're a judge. You don't know law. You don't know law. Nonsense. Where is the family written address? Where is it? Which law gave you the right to waive my family written address? Which law gave you the right? Nonsense.
Alright everyone, welcome to Post Media, where we continue to bring to you happenings in and around Nigeria, specifically here in Nigeria. The matter of Nnamdi Kanu has continued to trend, and then if you can't remember, we brought to you opinions of legal minds, and where one of them said that Nnamdi Kanu's matter will definitely be declared null and void if it approaches the appeal court, while a particular woman too, who is also a legal practitioner, saying that the matter is airtight and then it will stand the test of time. Now, I saw this particular video which really got me worried about what Orji Uzor Kalu said, and you know Orji Uzor Kalu is the former governor of Abia State, where Nnamdi Kanu hails from. He said something striking, disturbing about the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. Of course, at a particular point, he said he doesn't want to join issues on that matter. But of course, since the question on that matter arose, he definitely needs to say something. He said something so disturbing, which I want you to watch, and then I will come back with my take on the matter.
We must condemn some certain behaviors. You cannot rant up in a court of competent jurisdiction. I take exception to it. People might say it's good. I mean, Justice Omotosho is just a messenger of the court, and he did his job. If you are displeased, you go to appellate court. It's not to start insulting the man.
Senator, now that Nnamdi Kanu has been sentenced to life imprisonment, how do you assess the verdict of the court, legally, politically, and morally?
Well, Shaw, I want to use two theories, like I told you before in this show, that I wouldn't like to talk about those issues, but I want to use two theories that are profounded by two Nigerians just in the last 48 hours. One was Bianca Ojukwu, Mrs. Bianca Ojukwu. Secondly, was that theory of mascot Uzor Kalu, who happens to be my younger brother. Their theories are perfect. It's not time for noise making. It's not time for fighting. It's a time for reflecting, sober reflection, as if I may say that. If I want to take you to memory lane, mind you, we advise, few of us, James Ibori, few of us advise President Yaradua, Saraki, and President Yaradua agreed to go to amnesty in Niger Delta. Let me tell you, when we focus solely on Nnamdi Kanu, we have to solve this problem holistically, because there are over 30,000 Igbos that were killed, people that have their shop and no shops, people lost their businesses. I used to sell my products in manufactured products, our own manufactured products in Abia, in Aba. I know what the numbers were, and people are just talking about soldiers killed and not the rest of them. There are many people that lost their jobs. There are many people that lost their shops. There are over 30-something thousand Igbos that were killed in this process, and nobody talks about them. The problem of Nnamdi Kanu is what we need to solve. Political process. Not so longer like Bianca Ojukwu and mascot Uzor Kalu profounded. I saw in the news that they should stop the noise. They should focus on the settlement with the federal government. Let me tell you, I have been working with the federal government of Nigeria on how to solve this issue, and nobody should question the decision of Justice Omotosho, because Justice Omotosho's question is the judgment of the court. What the court says, what we should start looking now The Nnamdi Kanu people are going to appellate court, and we are using the political sides to solve the problem, because this is the area I know. I'll be contacting the Attorney General to advise the President, to advise people who are concerned on how we solve this problem. If you want, I can take you to memory lane. If I want to take you to memory lane, when I wanted to join the APC in 2016, may he so rest in peace, President Buhari, with his Minister of Justice and with the Director of SSS, they found a way and supported, because I told them I won't join the party if Nnamdi Kanu is not released on bail to face trial. If I cannot tell you, if you say you ask people to keep people, you must face trial. But I wanted him to be in his house, and even they were to release him to my house. I told them no. Where I live is sensitive. Release him to Omaya. We walked. Alhaji Lawan Daura is alive. And my names. Malami is alive. They all helped to make sure that he was released on bail. I can't go further. I know the pressure. May he so rest in peace. I know the pressure I personally put on President Buhari before he was released in April 2017. If people, other Igbos died, nobody's even talking about Igbos that were killed. Nobody's talking about people that own shops that are no longer working. I have my mother's friend that have a rice shop. The woman who owe my mother about 4.2 million naira. They ransacked the whole shops and the woman went bankrupt. And nobody talks about it.
Or the police officers that were killed.
Oh, no, I'm not, because they were mentioned in the court. The court never mentioned 30,000 something Igbos that were killed. The court never mentioned about people that lost their business and run away from their villages. It's not something, I don't let me to go emotional here, because it's not something anybody can discuss. A lot of Igbos were killed, Shawu. A lot of Igbos were killed. If you don't know it today. Let Igbos stop being emotional. I want us to settle down and go on our knees and find a way that the man can be released. It's part of my job to do it.
Is it possible that Nnamdi Kanu can take responsibility of the course of action or whatever happened?
Well, I don't know. I'm not him. I know my discussion. I promised President Buhari. I know my discussion with me and Nnamdi Kanu. I was the first that saw him in 2016. I was the first that saw him when he came from Kenya. I know my discussion with him. The DSS are there. They had my discussion with him. Remember, I own the Sun newspaper. On 4 occasions, President Buhari wanted to prescribe Sun newspaper, that the only newspaper that are supporting Nnamdi Kanu. And the other is not owned by Igbos. But I told the journalists that work in Sun newspaper that Sun is a public trust. Write what you see. Because the federal government then wanted Sun to stop putting Nnamdi Kanu on the front page of the paper. I'm not for against anybody. I'm for true free press for anybody. The press must be free. Without Louis Audio is your colleague. When he left as the Sun editor for 5 years, he wrote at the back of the Nation, where he went to be editor of one of the title of the Nation newspaper, that Orji Uzor is the best publisher I have seen. I never asked him to subtract. If you ask Femi Adesina, he will tell you the same thing. If you ask Eric Osage, Tony Oyima, all the people, may so recipes, Michael, they will tell you. I have never interfered on the newspaper.
Give me a moment, Senator, because we need to take another break. I'll be right back, everyone. Everyone, we're totally out of time. Very emotional question about Nnamdi Kanu, but we just have 30 seconds that we need to close. Senator, politically speaking, is there a solution to Nnamdi Kanu? Legally, there seems to be. They said there will be an appeal.
Yes, once they are appealing, and I've told you we will appeal to the federal government of Nigeria. This is where we'll interfere.
Politically speaking,
we will appeal to the Attorney General. while they are going to the appellate court in the court, which is what is supposed to be. So you should remember, I was given 12 years here. I never insulted the judge. I saw the judge in National Assembly the other day. He came to be confirmed as a Supreme Court justice. I embraced him and gave him all court seats.
You're referencing what happened with Nnamdi Kanu.
Because I know we must condemn some certain behaviors. You cannot rant up in the court of competent jurisdiction. I take exception to it. People might say it's good. I mean, Justice Omotosho is just a messenger of the court, and he did his job. If you are displeased, you go to appellate court. It's not to start insulting the man.
Senator, we're totally out of time. Thank you so much. Senator Orji Uzor Kalu, thanks so much indeed for your time tonight.
Now, it said 30,000 people were killed during the Nnamdi Kanu's, as a result of Nnamdi Kanu's activities over the years, and I begin to wonder how he got such facts, statistics, or data, and then that data, statistics is so disturbing, considering the fact that he's not an authority to have known such. How did he come up with such figure? Who told him? From where did he get such his facts from? And then we can begin to wonder that isn't he part of those who doesn't want Nnamdi Kanu to get out of the tribulation he's going through? Don't forget that since this matter happened, only very few, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 key southern leaders, both in the business world, southeastern leaders, both in the business world, have come out to make a case for Nnamdi Kanu. One of them is Obi Kubana, Obi Chief Priest, and who condemned the imprisonment, life imprisonment sentence. And also, then we also have Peter Obi, and then Senator Abaribe, all coming out to condemn what really happened to Nnamdi Kanu's sentencing. Such sentencing is disturbing. Now, I want you to really think and then let us know in the comment section, what do you think is happening to this group of people who have continued to churn out this type of data and statistics and facts concerning the scenario. Of course, then we need to really call on appropriate authority to check on the veracity of the claim of Orji Uzor Kalu, because if we had about 30,000 killings as a result of the activities of Nnamdi Kanu's activity in the southeast, we should have seen it in major news item or major statistical body in the country. But then Orji Uzor Kalu coming up with such kind of insinuation is so disturbing, and then it shows that these are part of the Southeast elites that really want this man to continue to languish in jail. Please hit me up in the comment section. What do you feel? What do you think? Let me know what you feel in the comment section, and then I'll see you in the next video.